What just happened? Did the world like fall apart? Did something did the world end? Like, what's going on here, boys? Because I just watched the Carton show, which you already know I don't watch it at all because it's a clown show because all his takes are stupid and idiotic. But apparently us beating Arizona might have actually broke Carton. You know who Carton is? Carton is the biggest Bengals hater on earth. Like, no matter what we do, he always says we suck. We have zero chance. We can't do anything. We can't be successful. Like, he is the biggest Bengals hater, period, right? And he's illogical with his takes. But, unless this is deepfaked, because I actually had to check this out, by the way, if this is deepfaked or not. That's how crazy this take he's about to say is. I had to check to see if it was deepfaked. Because I'm like, there's something going on. AI, intelligence, like, something's going on. This is from their official Twitter account. I just need to play this and let you guys hear what he just said. And I don't even know anymore. I gotta do this because if not, they're gonna take down my show. I'm gonna take down my video. So let's do that.
I look at the spread sometimes because it tells a story. All right. And in this game, you have a 3-1 team as an underdog against a team that's under 500. That raises lots of flags for me and rings a lot of bells. I think Cincinnati's back. I think Joe Burrow is back. And while Seattle's a very good football team, and I think you're going to have a great game, this is one of the best games on the entire card on Sunday, I'm concerned from that standpoint why Seattle either isn't getting any love or respect, albeit on the road, and how a team under 500 is favored over one of the better teams in football.
Well, because I think you hit it right on the head. Cincinnati Bengals not only back, the defense is playing better. This was a complete win. You're talking about they had 3 touchdowns. Defense also had 3 takeaways, right? So we haven't seen that all season.
Albeit against the Cardinals.
Albeit against the Cardinals, I get all that. But what we've talked about thus far is the lack of deficiencies in Joe Burrow. He's buying time in the pocket. He's throwing dimes. Jamar Chase is now happier. The offense.
Now, you might say, well, fantasy, that's not something crazy. It's not like he's going out there and saying we're going to win the game versus Seattle. If anything, he is kind of trashing us, saying, like, he doesn't understand why we're favored versus that team. Listen, this guy right here said our season was over 2 weeks ago. This guy right here said there was a 0% chance we were going to win the division going into this year. And this is before all our offensive struggles, Joe Burrow's calf strain. You know, when we really could have been successful this year before Joe Burrow's calf strain. He has always predicted against us, hated us, thought we were the stink of the earth pretty much. And he's a Jets fan, which actually makes no sense too. But anyway, though, so him saying anything positive about us, like Joe Burrow is back, the Cardinals are back. Joe Burrow is back, the Bengals are back, is insanity. Now, he does have to throw in the last diss of saying, like, well, he did that against the Cardinals. Which, again, the Cardinals beat the Cowboys. I don't understand the perspective here. The Cardinals, yes, going into the season, we thought we were going to be the worst team in football. Shout out to the fact that they're not the worst team in football, right? And they probably won't be because they have an easier schedule and they're going to win a lot of games this year because of that. Nonetheless, though, this is crazy because this is positive. And I never hear him say anything positive. And now, you know, he obviously still tries to be his same old Carton here by saying, well, you know, I don't know why the Seahawks aren't favored here. Why are the Seahawks not favored? Like, the Seahawks are a 3-1. Yes, but that's also because the fact we're a good team. We're a really, really good team. Now, he won't give us the credit and say we're a good team. He's not going to give us that much credit, okay? Listen. He is the biggest Bengals hater for a reason. So he's only going to give us, like, you know, an inch, right? But, yeah, hey, listen. It's a little bit of an inch here, man. This is actually, like, almost a bulletin board material. People are starting to come around and realize that this team is this team again. Yeah, this is a team that all of us fans knew going into the season was a Super Bowl team. This is all, you know, going into the season, we knew that this team could go there and win the division, win the championship, win the Super Bowl, win the MVP awards. We knew that's what this team was. And now that, Joe Burrow, as he said, is back and back from his calf strain, I feel bad for you guys. And I mean the rest of the league. Because Daddy's back. We are back. The Kings are back. So, you guys might want to take a little step down. Now, I will say overall wise, I will say 1000% here. I'm just going to, I feel awful for how, what's happening to Buffalo right now with their injuries. And I'm not going to glorify their injuries in any way possible. Their injuries, Tre'Davious White going down for the season, Matt Milano going down for the season, is awful. And it's a part of football that we hate, and it's just, injuries are the worst things possible. But I will say the truth of the facts here that our Week 10 matchup versus the Buffalo Bills Week 9 matchup did get a lot easier. And honestly, without Tre'Davious White or Matt Milano, that game is actually very winnable now. And I thought going into, how we started and the calf strain and all the problems, that game and the 49ers game was going to be a little bit out of reach, right? But now, once you realize how we actually aren't going to be going against their couple greatest players, and now that we are, back on pace to where we should be this season, that game becomes a very winnable game. It does. And it's insane to say this, but you really start breaking down now the matchups, and other than the 49ers matchup, and obviously AFC North, we play Steelers twice, Browns once, Ravens once, we have a schedule that we are, if we can consistently get back to where we were before, we're very much in a good place, right? We're in a very, very positive place right now if we can get back to where we need to be. And, Carton, if anything, it's almost like, ironically enough, though, because you could think, what if he's jinxing us? Like he's jinxing us. He's saying that we're back, trying to jinx us to, have us, Joe Burrow, get hurt again or something happen to Joe Burrow. I don't know. Like I said, you might say that sounds outrageous, but you have to understand how outrageous this man is when it comes to hating the Bengals. We could literally go 16-0, and he would say how we're gonna lose the first game, and how we're definitely gonna lose the first game of after going 16-0. That's how crazy this guy is when it comes to his takes against us. So that's why, obviously, excuse me here, but I'm gonna be very, very, optimistic or pessimistic, I guess, against his takes because I don't ever trust this guy. But tell me down below your thoughts and opinions. I'll see you guys next one.